Now I'll sum up the two positions again real quick before we move on, so you can decide for yourself which one is the biblical one, or probably neither. Simply put, you have supersessionism over here, replacement theology. Basically says the Jews had their chance, they blew it, so the covenant's over with them, and now the Christian church, they're now the chosen people of God. You have dispensationalism, on the other hand, that says the law is still in effect, but only for the Jews who have to follow the law to earn their salvation, whereas Christians are under grace and not obligated to the law, and they're saved by faith alone. Now, what I will assert is not that God is done with the children of Abraham, nor that God has different plans for different people. I will assert that all of God's covenants, from Adam up until the new paradise, all of God's covenants have always been about His grace. And we all become part of it through faith. Now, when the Great Commission expanded from the physical descendants of Abraham to the Gentiles, we all became adopted sons of Abraham through faith, which is exactly how Abraham became a child of God, through faith. And when you adopt a child, does that child replace your child of blood who's already part of the family? No. If you adopt a child, do they have different destinies with different rules and different plans? No. You're one family. Or as Paul puts it, we Gentiles are grafted into the vine of Israel. Therefore, we better not be like the supersessionists and be arrogant towards the vine. Now, that's from the book of Romans, which you're about to get into. Now, it's ironic because dispensationalists rely heavily upon Paul. They use Paul to say this whole separate people thing. But Paul himself is the one who will completely refute this idea of dispensationalism. According to Paul, the Jews rejecting Christ was not some surprise to God, as if He didn't know it was going to occur. He didn't thwart His plans, and then He had to come up with a new one and create the church. Instead, God intentionally, temporarily blinded Israel so that the gospel could then extend to the whole earth. He promised Abraham that his descendants would be more numerous than the stars in heaven or the grains of sand on the beach. So to accomplish that, He extended that family out to all of us who come to God by faith. Now in the last days, God will open the eyes of Abraham's physical progeny. And the kingdom of heaven and the kingdom of God, which is the same place, the same thing, we will all be one big happy family. All of us who are saved by grace through faith, thanks to the atoning work of Jesus Christ.